सुन मेरी बात, it's her choice.
She's a very intelligent woman, very well-read, cinephile.
I was randomly doom scrolling on Instagram as one does. and apparently according to my screen time, I do it for 8 hours a day.
I never thought that internet classism will be a thing.
But liberation is not in your clothes. It is not in the language that you speak. It is in the quality of your thoughts, and Pooja exemplifies that.
There's this entire trend going on Instagram these days, the nonchalant trend, in which you just sit in a random bun and talk to your phone. You don't have makeup on, you don't have an aesthetic background. Listen, that's a you problem. That's not her problem. Hi guys, you're watching Casually Obsessed. This is your weekly dose of everything pop culture, from TV shows to movies to everything that's trending on the internet. You scroll about it, we'll talk about it.
So today we're going to talk about somebody who embodies the very qualities of Casually Obsessed. I'm of course talking about Poojarani Pradhan. If you haven't seen her reels on Instagram or shorts on YouTube, you must be living under a rock.
Yeah.
So she's an influencer from rural Bengal. She comes from a very modest background, but her thoughts and her mind is anything but. She reads a lot of literature, she watches a lot of movies, and not your regular movies, masala movies. She has a very discerning taste in movies. She will talk about Al Pacino and the likes, parallel art house cinema. Yes, and because of this reason, she had steadily become one of the most popular, shall we say, bookstagrammers, as well as
movie reviewers on Instagram.
Yes.
I mean,
movie recommenders.
Yeah, movie recommenders.
Yeah.
Her username is Life of Pooja. A lot of you might know her through that. I mean, I remember the first time when I found one of her videos, I was randomly doom scrolling on Instagram as one does. and apparently according to my screen time, I do it for 8 hours a day.
But sometimes doom scrolling can lead you to best of creators.
Yes.
And Life of Pooja, her username, and we all know her by Life of Pooja.
Exactly.
Is one of them.
Definitely.
I remember I suddenly stumbled upon her profile, her Instagram handle last year, and I was like, oh my god, she is such an intriguing personality.
Yeah.
With the book, she talks about the parallel cinema and how she tries to not tries, but she is a feminist, and she has very strong opinions about it. And sometimes, it made me think that, someone from a rural background who has such strong opinions needs a strong support, because to fight patriarchal setup, you need a feminist spouse.
Yeah.
That is I think the template for it, right?
And I think she mentions it also in one of her videos. I think in multiple videos she's talked about it, that she does have a very supportive family, where she talks about that her mother-in-law cooks, then her husband also cooks, and which she also had to recently give a clarification for, that is how I get the time to shoot my videos and edit them and put everything that I want to put out there, or watch movies or read books, because as we all know it, anyone who is something on the internet, anyone who gains a lot of respect on the internet, a lot of following on the internet, ends up getting both sides of the coin. They get a lot of love, they get a lot of support from content creators like themselves, from people like us who love watching content. But at the same time, they also have haters. They also get negative comments, critique is still okay to some extent, as long as it's given in a very productive manner. But Instagram and in general social media is a very brutal place that way.
Yeah, there are bots.
Yeah, there are bots, and there are people who can just tear you down to nothing by just a one-liner, and it's just a very brutal place to be in.
I never thought that internet classism will be a thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought internet is for everybody, from every people from third tier city, second tier city, or whatever, wherever, whichever part of the world can, create videos of their interest and talk about.
So essentially what happened is that Pujarini, or I'm just going to call her Pooja from now on. So Pooja, essentially, she talks in English, and it is good English. Okay, it is, you can understand it properly, and she has it's an accented English in the sense that it has an Indian accent. And so a lot of people thought, how can a person who lives in a village, and if you look at her house, it's got a tin roof, it has that cemented floor, it has the sort of, the plastic furniture, the sort of furniture
And
which marks
simple cotton
simple.
sarees.
Yeah.
And her simple, she's very unassuming. If you look at her, you'd mistake her for, just another woman wearing a cotton sari, hair in a bun. But when you listen to her, you realize that she is anything but. She's a very intelligent woman, very well-read, a cinephile. She may not have traveled the world, but through her reading, it is the
And
next
through
best
and
thing,
through
and
the
she's
movies
done
that
it.
she
Through her
watches.
reading and movies,
Yeah.
she's absolutely done that. And a couple of creators. Now, in her case, you said, she gets good comments and she gets bad comments. That has not been the case with Pooja, which is what I feel triggered the creators. They said that she is doing everything perfectly. How can somebody do each and everything so perfectly, talk about the right things, like you said, live in a village setup and take patriarchy by its horns and say, oh, there is this woman who washes her husband's feet with her hair, an ancient custom, and say, what is that about? Why are the men in my village who are dark-skinned themselves asking for fair-skinned brides? What is it all about? And you look at her, and by all means, you'd consider that she is also one of the women who has been suppressed by patriarchy. Because she doesn't she doesn't meet your description of an empowered, liberated woman. But liberation is not in your clothes. It is not in the language that you speak. It is in the quality of your thoughts, and Pooja exemplifies that. So, all of that is okay, but I want to ask the two of you. One of the points over which she was critiqued and called inauthentic for all of it, because a real suppressed woman from a village couldn't be possibly using the language of the colonizer. This is, and subverting the trope, right? And she wouldn't be talking against all of it on camera. So they said, oh, this is a hoax. They couldn't understand this dichotomy. But one of the things that they criticized her for is that she wears sindoor. She has all, her hair are tied and everything, and she is observing all the markers that demarcate a married woman, right? And so they asked, why do you do that if you're a feminist? Why are you wearing sindoor? So she said that, these are my circumstances. I live in a village. It is just
She
what
said
it
that
is.
just for the sake of a video, I can't, let people question me, my family, and it is just one of those things that I have to do. So I think that was her take on her circumstance.
So a lot of people went after her, saying that this is choice feminism. So first of all, what is choice feminism is that why people criticize choice feminism is that a woman truly living in a patriarchal society does not truly have the agency to make the choices she would otherwise make. Men and women both. Why just women? As long as it's a patriarchal society, you are not truly equal. So any choice that you make. So what is your take on choice feminism?
Sun meri baat. It's her choice.
Ye hoyi na baat. Yes.
Okay, listen, I said this to tone down the seriousness of the topic that we are discussing today. This entire conversation reminds me of a reel that I saw last year. मैंने last year ही देखा था, but anyway.
It's okay.
Featuring Javed Akhtar. See, I don't want to deep dive into religion, but he was talking about how religion, in some or the other way, manipulates women and is regressive towards women, influences their choices. So I don't believe in choice feminism, and I think Aishwarya will agree with me.
Absolutely. So essentially, how do we know that something is a feminist choice or just a choice? Are you perpetuating patriarchy by your choice when you make it? That is the question.
I don't look at it that way, honestly. I mean, for me, from what I understand of feminism, it is the whole point is of choice. It is the option of having a choice, the option of, you know, you can go and work and become something on your own instead of just being a housewife. How things used to be. How things used to be.
From here, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you, but I would like to add that Pooja has also been accused of promoting the trad wife trope.
Yeah.
That is also a choice. Is it a feminist choice?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's a feminist choice or not, but from what I understand is, it is a woman's choice whether she wants to, dress up as a trad wife or a traditional wife, whether she wants to put on sindoor, wear a mangalsutra, wear bangles, whatever she wants to, or whether she doesn't. I think it all comes down to the fact that feminism has given us the choice to think ki whether I want to, become something, or whether I can become a housewife,
But
whether
do
I
you
want to wear all these indicators or markers of being a married woman or not. So I see it in that way. What you make of that choice is on you. That is how I
But
feel.
don't you feel these choices are largely influenced by how society perceives them?
Yeah, definitely it is. I mean, it is coming from that
But
ambit
then how do we
only.
differentiate if it's
No, so
it's
why not
choice?
celebrate trad husbands then?
Yeah.
Because your trad,
Yeah.
there is no trad husband. Your trad, your the trad husband is going to office. He's or plowing the fields.
Fields.
With the help of a bull. That is your trad
Taking
husband.
care of children.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're not moving towards an egalitarian society when we say that. Okay. I mean, it does your if you choose to be a trad wife, does your husband have the choice to be a stay-at-home husband at the same time?
Yeah.
And this choice, the whole idea is that we have this illusion of choice. You and I can possibly, like, not even me. I mean, somebody, an industrialist's wife, I would say, has the option to sit at home.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
somebody who has generational wealth has the option to sit at home. But does our maid, she doesn't have the option also to be a trad wife. So essentially, we.
It is the illusion
Yes.
of choice ultimately. But you know what? What is problematic in this whole situation is that there is this woman who is out there who is just putting out content for her own self.
Yeah.
She reads a book, she gives a review. She watches a movie, she gives a review. She thinks of something, that is a concept that may be related to something that she went through, or something that she faced, or someone she's seeing other people face. She's talking about it. Why does every single aspect of her personality needs to be broken down, that just because she's talking about a fact, XYZ thing is feminism or XYZ is not, you have to break down her entire personality and say कि ये तो 10 चीजें ऐसी कर गई जो खुद feminist नहीं करते.
So
Why
one
do
of
that?
the influencers who spoke against her, they said that why are people watching Pooja? It's not that her content is great, okay?
Which in itself is a false fact.
Fact.
I think
Yeah.
that is
So,
just sheer
yeah.
jealousy.
Yeah, because she is making great content.
So they thought that this is Savarna guilt. It is the novelty of looking at a woman from a lower class, talking in English and talking about these niche subjects, which
Yes.
earlier only somebody who had the means of reading books and watching movie, the means and time. People said,
Yeah.
how does she have the time to do it? The time is the greatest privilege these days. So
Yeah.
that is what unsettled them. And as soon as Pooja clapped back at that influencer, she did, saying that, what, it's hard, like, L
Yeah.
words. I loved it.
Yeah.
From Legally Blonde, I really loved when Pooja did. So that
I
is
think
also there.
all of this, I mean, when even I was, in this whole concept that even I want to become a content creator, do all of these things. And the first thing that you learn from all these content creator moguls, who give out things, how to become a content creator, the most basic thing is anyone can do it. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need great editorial skills.
Yeah.
No, editing, sorry. You don't need great editing skills. You can just sit with your mobile phone, talk in front of it, or cook in front of it, or dance, or sing, or whatever you want to, and post that video. Wasn't that the whole idea?
That is
When
the
did things become so complex that you have to break down an entire person who just is doing exactly that?
She's so unassuming,
Yeah.
and she's a far cry from these overly
Aesthetic,
curated.
overly edited. there's this entire
Yeah.
trend going on Instagram these days, the nonchalant trend,
Hmm.
in which you just sit in a random bun and talk to your phone. You don't have makeup on, you don't have an aesthetic background. So if we're talking about that trend, Pooja was doing that since the very beginning.
Yeah.
She was just being herself without any fancy backgrounds, fancy schmoofy stuff,
Yeah,
anything.
there was another issue with the users, internet users, that how come she is getting to watch movies that are not available, parallel cinema especially, that are not available on OTT, and how she's getting access to those movies.
Oh, come on. She went to hostel.
Yeah.
Not that I support.
See, I just
Piracy,
feel
but,
there are people who are not able to, steal time for themselves and read such nice books, and they're just jealous of her, and they're not able to digest that juxtaposition.
Yeah.
That this woman with a child, she's
With a child is
and
able
the
to
responsibilities
read
of
and
household.
watch everything she wants,
Yeah.
but we are not able to do that with our 9 to 5 jobs.
Listen, that's a you problem. That's not her problem.
That's true. That's true. It's also sad that how knowledge is gate kept.
Yeah.
Right, and sort of there's not much we can do about it because the researcher who writes a book or the author who writes a book deserves since you're deriving some value for it, they deserve to be paid. But what happens is that's how knowledge is gate kept. That's how good cinema and good ideas are gate kept from the people, because parallel cinema, you'll see they have such great ideas, and sometimes they're based on people like Pooja from right. I mean, Pooja would be a great heroine of her own novel, isn't it?
This reminds me of a creator from Mumbai that I spoke to recently. She is a domestic worker and she does cooking videos and just document her life, day-to-day life. And she told me that her employer suggested this idea. See, here her employer is helping her to build her profile on social media, create a niche for herself, and helped her, just planted this idea in her head that you should start making cooking videos and start documenting your life, talk about your family, give out recipes. And now she has over 1 lakh followers. But the problem is, brands are not ready to good brands are not. She made it to MasterChef, let me tell you guys.
Wow.
She made it to MasterChef India.
Amazing.
So she told me that brands are good brands, big brands are not ready to give her money. They only offer barter system and not pay her more than 3K, 4K, which is so less in this entire ecosystem that internet has built over the years. So can you imagine the difference? Like here we talk about creators like Pooja, we talk about promoting it, and then there is this Hina Ali, who is a cook and a domestic worker, who is the bread earner of a family with 2 kids, taking care of everything, making good content, nice content, putting out good recipes, and brands are not ready to collaborate with her.
Yeah.
So
I think that is where come the whole concept of classism comes down to. Because
but even brands are doing that. It's
yeah,
really
exactly,
sad.
exactly. And you know what? It negates the entire concept of that content creation is for everyone. That anyone out there who wants to put out something good for everyone to watch, it's because ultimately, ठीक है, एक ज़माने में हुआ करता था that हम लोग Instagram पे सिर्फ फोटो या वीडियो डालने के लिए डाल रहे हैं. Now that's not the case. Over the years, it's built, like you mentioned, into an entire industry, into an entire ecosystem where even the person who's putting out that video, the person who's making effort towards it, can get money out of it.
So the digital economy is very cutthroat. But it is also true that the internet is the great equalizer. Right? It is democratic. A person, a housewife, a mother, a woman from a rural background, a woman with the the responsibility of a whole household on her, can also earn as much, can get a collaboration from Netflix, can get a collaboration from Audible, and she can have, last I saw, she had around 8 lakh followers.
Yeah, I think this morning when I checked, it was, I think, 753K. So
yeah, but she has 2 accounts, no? So
so I think it makes sense.
So it is so that is the beauty of the internet. And I think as women, in Pooja's case, I thought that it was sad that women were questioning her. Why don't you should always punch up? This was a case of punching down. You're asking questions, but you're asking questions from somebody who's doing their utmost to, rise above their circumstances. All of us are, doing our best to earn money,
Exactly.
to make some things out of our lives. She has not been dealt as good a hand as the people who went after her.
While I was researching for our conversation today, all the videos that I looked up, all the articles that I read, they were from somewhere 4-5 days back, a week back, and all of them were saying that she has over 600k followers, and then when I checked today, it was already at 753k. So in any case, I would say that yes, a lot. She faced a lot, and she was subjected to unnecessary criticism. So she faced a lot of things in the process. She was called an industry plant. Unnecessary criticism was thrown at her. But I would also say content creation का ये फायदा भी है. तुम hate comment भी करोगे ना, तब भी उसकी engagement बढ़ेगी. तुम ultimately, you'll expose her to a huge new audience, which will end up, if not all of them, half of them will end up following her. So you can tear someone down, but at the same time, you're also adding up to their engagement. So bro, देख के hate comment करना.
And I would and it's not true to say, I think, there are always some people who would throw rocks at people who shine, to quote, is it Taylor Swift? Or is it Miley Cyrus? People
It's
throw rocks
me.
at things that shine. So, but I think the vast majority, including, Dolly, as soon as somebody said she's an industry plant or she seems off, she said, so what? That she seems to be curating her feed. She says everything on the internet, everybody curates it. Anything that you put on a social media platform is performative by its very nature. So
Exactly.
the swell of support has been greater than any criticism
This
that did
is
come
the
her way.
cost of performance, guys.
And one of the best things that I felt during this entire situation was that a lot of people in the content creation community, people that we as viewers really like, they came together in her support, whether it was Kusha Kapila, whether it was Dolly Singh. And these are big names in the entire theatre industry. And I think it's a great thing that views can differ. What one person thinks, the other might not agree with it. That's fine. But when someone is putting in good effort and is making good content, I think there has to be some amount of support that they require.
Or it is their platform. I mean, who are you to say that, she's manipulating you for clicks? That is ridiculous. If somebody wants to see it, they see
no
it.
one is forcing you. भाई स्कूल का syllabus नहीं है. हटा दो, unfollow कर दो, block कर दो, इतनी तकलीफ है तो.
Get back to doom scrolling.
और या फिर even better, phone side पे रख के कुछ productive कर लो, doom scrolling मत करो. पढ़ लो.
And always punch up rather than punching down.
Yes.
If you have a voice,
Yes.
use it well.
And if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all.
That's
I mean,
true.
यार ये तो स्कूल में सीखा
Yeah.
था. अभी तक इतनी frustration है life में कि दूसरों के उस पे जाके hate comment करोगे. Come on, guys, I'd be better than that. So I think that is what we feel about this whole life of Pooja controversy. And what do you think? You can let us know in the comments. You can find our video every week on IE Plus YouTube channel. And if you want to listen to us, you can find our audios every week on Express Podcast. The video and the audio both drop on Saturday. So you can just sit and make us a part of your weekend as well.
And keep loving our podcast, Casually Obsessed with Shruti.
Niharika.
Aishwarya.